Good afternoon. Welcome back to Three Swords Gaming. We are back in the world of Talos 2, which is apparently a moon around the planet Talos. Is that usually how it works? I don't know the naming conventions for moons, but I'll take their word for it. Talos 2, moon around Talos. So we're going to continue our Arknights Endfield story playthrough. And I am quite enjoying the game. I will say, it's been a few days since I last, advanced through the story on this account. And my plan was just to do like a little bit of farming and stuff on the account, but not advance the story until I had another opportunity to record more story. Unfortunately, what I was reminded of pretty quick is that we are not yet at a point on this account where you can do that very much. You have to reach a certain point in the story to really unlock the things that would facilitate that. So there are some things that we will probably get to today in either the first or second video. Story things. I'll stop.
So many land breakers. They even built a camp.
They're sitting on the only way to the Valley Ford. I think they're here to block reinforcements.
Please don't kill me! Just give me a chance!
Our rising clan does not need gutless cowards! The boss wants warriors! Disciplined warriors! Disobey, and you die! Like this one!
Rough, man.
Enemies! There! Kill them! Show them the power of the clan!
They're blocking our only way. Take them down, Chen.
Why's Chen got to be the one to do it? Like, can we all do it? I think we're all going to do it. Alright, so what was I talking about? There are a number of things that will be introduced at some point in the next, let's say, 5-6 hours of gameplay, probably, that allow you to acquire, like, resources in a variety of ways. And that includes acquiring resources, like, essentially while you're AFK, right? So while you're not logged in, different things are progressing, and so there's a sense of progress like all the time, which I like. I'm not a huge enjoyer of like AFK mechanics, but some of them can be employed effectively, and I don't think this game is egregious. It's not an AFK game by any stretch of the imagination. But we don't have any of that on this account yet, so we still need to advance a little bit further before this account can do anything when we're not playing story. So we need to do more story. Second note, real quick, and I can see it still needs to be adjusted. I don't have the volume quite right yet. My first couple videos were dreadfully silent, and now I think I have the mic up too loud. Just a moment. Alright, we're going to try that out. This has been an ongoing problem for me, to include in Guild Wars 2 videos as well. I don't know, man.
Want to learn how to really kill!
LBs? Careful, Furlica. These mobs are something else.
Huh.
A brave one. Impressive. You must be the legendary administrator.
Administrator. Struggling to place that accent.
Catello Wolfgard Lupino, formally reporting for duty, administrator.
Like Southern European, like Italian or something?
That's how Supervisor Perlica usually introduces me. 2 words that go straight to the point.
Wolfguard is an Endfield Specialist Tech Division operator. He's an expert in covert combat, solo operations, and landbreaker issues. You can trust his skills. Listen, Wolfguard. Pointing your gun at a fellow Endfielder is never acceptable. Have I made myself clear?
I like how the administrator's standing there like, yeah, guy. Never acceptable. Guy. Is it clear?
Apologies, Supervisor Perlica. It was an emergency, and I failed to notice the administrator. It won't happen again.
I don't buy that for a second, Wolfguard.
I will hold you to that. Valley 4 is in a state of emergency, and the crisis team requires your assistance.
I'm on it. The Bone Crushers have sabotaged the devices for controlling the bridge, and severed the power cables. These raiders only focused on raiding and looting in the past. Such actions are too well thought out. This isn't their style.
This control panel's busted. Those LBs might have stripped its parts off.
The power issue is something we can handle. The automation core will give us an easy fix.
Alright, so now we have Wolfguard as a playable character. A note on the playable characters, in between my first couple videos and this one, I did a little research on, like, stronger characters versus weaker characters and so on and so forth. Apparently Wolfguard's not bad. But one thing I learned
Day of beautiful sounds.
is that in spite of my enjoyment of what's-her-name, Snowshine or whatever, she's actually not a good character. So I guess we won't be using her. We're not currently using her, and I guess... In fact, I might have switched between the last couple videos and this one. I might have taken her off the team. And she's probably not going to be on the team unless she gets buffed, because apparently she's not very good. And I had noticed that in my play on my main account, that she didn't substantively impact the gameplay experience. Alright, so it's going to make us do some pulls, I guess. So we'll do that. Oh, is it going to make us, or is it just introducing us to it? Alright, if it's just introducing us to it, although I do think we have a couple of the... Yeah, we got a couple of limited time ones. Which the chances of getting Levitain on with 2 limited time tickets is slim, right? And I don't know if I want to pull for Levitain, although apparently Levitain is very good. Alright, so we gotta get some electricity over here. On my main account, I had really wanted to pull for... Oh, it's not here. It's actually, like... Where's the news? Nope, wrong news. This news. So in the future... One of these things should tell us... Oh, no, wait, events. There we go. So her. I wanted to pull for her on my main account, purely for the aesthetics. Of these 3 designs, that's the one I like the most, right? Gilberta. You can get her now. She is like a rare drop on the banner. So if you don't get Levitain, you might get Gilberta, although the odds are actually lower of that, apparently. But I guess she's not... People's experience with her isn't as good as with Levitain. I don't know. I haven't decided. towards the end of the video, maybe we'll do some pulls since we got a few tickets. We'll see. In the meantime, what do we need to do? We need to... Oh. Nope. We needed to check the switch. Here I am getting ready to run a bunch of power cables, and that's not what it wants us to do. Wasting everyone's time. Yeah, I mean, administrator...
The switch isn't working. It's out of juice.
Correct, Shen. It's out of juice. This feels like something we encountered back at the hub
We
base.
must reconnect it to an electrical grid, like the one provided by the PAC.
I mean, yeah. Alright, yeah, so here's the thing about the early story in this game. And to some degree, it's still true, even as far as I am on my main account, which is not tremendously far, but further than this for sure. Is the tutorial just kind of never ends. And I guess that's fine, in a way. Let's see. I don't remember if it's... Which one of these do we want? Relay. I don't remember which one it is. Well, let's look at that. What does that look like? Yellow thing on top, no twirly thing. Alright, yellow thing on top, no twirly thing. Wonder how far away we can get away with... That's pretty close. Wonder if we can push it, like, all the way over here. Alright, let's try that. Let's see if that's too far. So I will say, one of the things I like about this, if it's too far, I can just pick it up and put it down somewhere else. I like that there's not a cost associated with building these things and tearing them back down. If there were a cost, I wouldn't necessarily be like fundamentally opposed to that, because if this were straight up a factory sim without the, you know, without the RPG element or whatever kind of game you want to call this, then certainly there would be a cost. Like, that's how you would do a building sim, you know, a factory sim or a city sim or whatever. And while this certainly has a very strong element to that, because it's not the primary thing, I guess, is why they didn't go to that degree, and I appreciate that, because it would be frustrating me right now if it were that way. All right. Oh. See, so there's a perfect example. I thought powering that up, which I did, right? It's connected? Yeah. Would power that electric nexus. But I guess I just need to plug the electric nexus directly in itself. So that's fine. We'll just take back our pylon. And in fact, truthfully, we can probably take back our relay tower and just run a cable all the way from here to that. Let's try it. We might be able to get away with it. I thought we needed one of the pylons, but I guess not. Oh, we are 2 meters too far. If we had just taken a more direct route, would it have made a difference? What if we just run straight to it from here? 0.8 meters. That's stupid, man. Let's see, can we cut 0.8 meters by, like, running, like, a super direct route? Let's see. So this is actually a good experiment, because I haven't been able to figure out if it's straight line distance or the route that you run. It looks like it's actually straight line distance, because it's still 0.2 to 0.4 meters. Is there some way I can get it at like 79.9? Yes. Brilliant. I'm a genius. And truthfully, I could have moved the other pylon or relay or whatever it was. I could have got away with moving it a couple meters closer too, actually. Alright, new map. Going into a new map?
We
Very
now
exciting.
have a road to reach the Valley Pass.
Chen is not my favorite character in terms of aesthetics, although she's very good. They did a lot of great things with her. Like, she, very cute character. The behaviors they gave her, like the artist who did like her facial expressions, which are okay in this game. They're not super expressive, but it's kind of an anime game, and that's not easy to do. But also just like the various body language at different points in time, like the way she was looking forward there, they did a really good job with Chen.
Before we go, any intel on the Valley Pass?
Fiona, please update us on the latest situation.
Give me a moment. I'm sending you the algorithmic model.
I don't know what that means, Fiona.
Our current objective is the Valley Fort, an old forward base in Valley 4. Valley Fort has a bridge that leads straight to the power plateau. It is the main road connecting the hub to the plateau. Data logs indicate the presence of several settlements near the fort, but I can't verify if they're still around. The haze is obscuring our near-orbital visual analysis. You'll have to survey the site on your own.
So when she says near orbital visual analysis, to clarify, because it may not be clear at this point in the story, she's in space. She's on a spaceship.
I've rescued a number of civilians nearby. From what they told me, key leaders of the Bone Crushers might be active in this area.
It's pretty intense, Wolfguard.
There are also tracks even I do not recognize, such as strange-looking flames illuminating the skies at night. They are using some power I am not familiar with.
Uh-oh.
Whatever they're up to, it's big. We better hurry.
See, this is the kind of stuff that was not unlocked that would have been more beneficial had it been unlocked for me to play between the last video and now. All this kind of stuff, like, I couldn't really do, so I wasn't getting rewards, essentially, for playing. Like, all this stuff, I couldn't get. Not that any of these are giant rewards in of themselves, but they were also just plain unavailable to me. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Not even close.
Wolfguard, got a question for you, but it might sound inappropriate.
If it's inappropriate,
I do wish this didn't interrupt dialogue.
keep it to yourself.
Yo, come on! I just heard we have a Landbreaker specialist, and that he's from a Landbreaker clan. Are you?
My clan is called the Pack. Unlike the Bone Crushers, we are disciplined. We know when to dispense violence.
Oh, so that means Bone Crushers are bandit raiders, while the Pack are the heroic Wildland Rangers?
Alright, so in the interest of the story...
Endfield Crisis Team, ready for action.
Are we setting off now? Need me in the team? Certo.
Let's
Let's
go
make sure
ahead
Still waiting for something?
and add Wolfguard
Eccomi.
to the team. Yeah, that'll be good enough.
The Pack hunts with purpose.
Sure.
Only the quickest path to victory will do.
Do we have a weapon for this guy? No, whoops. Sure, for now. So we're not really
Very
at
well balanced.
the point yet
Grazie.
where we particularly need to worry about, like, our team comp and how we're built quite yet, but we will within a few videos probably. I have started paying attention to that on my main account. Not that the game has gotten tremendously difficult. It really hasn't. I feel like the game is relatively well balanced. Like, I enjoy the combat without feeling overwhelmed. But you will have a more enjoyable experience if you actually build your operators and build your team. And we will want to do that
Finally,
at
a
some
chance to
point.
stretch my legs. Do you smell something burning?
Smells like a bone crusher trick.
I love bone crusher tricks. Speaking of, that was the second time we saw female bone crushers, and again, did not actually engage them in combat. They just pop up and then they get killed by Wolfguard, and that's it. Like, their bodies aren't even on the ground. And even on my main account, I've not yet actually interacted with female bone crushers. Or the, what are they called? The LBs, whatever, the Landbreakers. It's really weird to me.
This haze seems really dark and depressing. And what's that large thing way over there?
A dense tech. Dense techs are structures that mark Bone Crusher territories. The other Landbreaker clans also know them well. Bone Crusher chiefs also use these territorial furnaces as symbols of their power. They would burn everything they can't pillage, and leave their brutal mark upon the land.
That's actually, like, conceptually, like, kind of cool and like a ominous or insidious thing. Like, I enjoy the story. I just wanted to say that. I've enjoyed the story so far.
Dense techs can consume almost everything. Bone Crushers would use the haze to herald their invasion. Their rampage through the frontiers always leaves a trail of smoking ruins.
So if you were to, if you had seen like some of my Guild Wars 2 videos and say, wow, man, like you're really critical of the Guild Wars 2 story, and you don't seem very critical of this story, it's worth noting I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for like 13 years, and that's long enough to start developing certain expectations, and you know, familiarity breeds contempt. I've been playing this for a little over a week, and so it's still new and interesting. There may come a point when I start to get critical of the story and say, oh, that was kind of juvenile. But as a counterpoint, the Landbreakers in this game are already a more interesting foe than most of the foes we encounter in Guild Wars 2. And I genuinely feel that way, and I think that reinforces like some of my frustrations with the story in Guild Wars 2. And I enjoy Guild Wars 2, and I will play it again. I haven't stopped playing it. But, you know, one of my complaints about the very comic booky story, this and Wuthering Waves, both feel more mature than Guild Wars 2.
This haze better not be poisonous. It's not, right?
So even if like the characters come off as like somewhat childlike, like because Chen kind of does, right? Thematically, more mature.
It's aerosolized blight materials released by the dense tech. It messes with Originium devices. The Bone Crushers use it to hide their advances. It's part smokescreen, part weapon. But haze this dense and concentrated. It can definitely pose serious risks to the human body. Either energy is already uncontrollable. Looks like the Bone Crushers are getting more aggressive with their tactics.
The Blight is a form of hazard caused by the ether. Their relationship is like lava to a volcano. What Wolfguard said is true. Blight is extremely destructive. It is also very hazardous to both people and Originium equipment.
So, what's the plan? Push through or find another way around?
We still don't know what's going on inside. I'll say we look for other options.
I'm with Wolfguard. Let's look around for other options.
This seems like the only trail. Let's take it.
The haze is spreading, and we've had no updates from the UWST.
Hey, Fiona mentioned there may be people living in this area, but we haven't seen anyone.
It certainly is suspicious.
Shh. I hear something.
Find him, quick, before he gets real mad. Where the hell is that barrel? Where are those cursed fools?
They won't have the chance to.
Dang, Wolfguard. Calm down, buddy. Oh, administrator's on the same page. Alright, let's do this.
The enemy probably has more than one search party. I got a bad feeling about this.
Over there.
Not an LB? Quick, after him!
Alright. Quick after him sounds like a good idea, but I possess an innate inability to move on from an area before I, like, exploit it. So we're gonna poke around real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, see, within the story, it moved us from, like, back here, up there, and right past the glow bug. You can't be missing glow bugs. Just move on without getting a glow bug. Ah, no soup for you, landbreakers. Alright. Should I get more of these trees? See, if I remember correctly, we can't grab these things yet, right? Yeah, we can't. Alright, well, we'll have to come back. And of course, that's a big part.
Hey, stop! Jeez, how's he running so fast?
The weak survive best by fearing and fleeing.
Oh, that's kind of unkind, Wolfguard. Were they gonna eat that bunny? The grass bunny? Seems kind of mean. So this Ecatine, however you pronounce that, gonna come in real handy for us later on. I'm actually, like, going out of my way to harvest that as much as possible on my main account. We're gonna be, later we'll be using it to make explosives, which will come in, like, super handy.
Smells like trouble. This is no ordinary enemy.
Oh, cool. Let's fight him then.
Who's that? I'll crush you!
Now, wait a minute. How did the guy we're following get past these dudes without them, like, paying any attention? Like, he literally was just right behind them.
This stink. I smell the pack.
Wolfguard, put on deodorant.
You know us? The pack says hello.
Barking pets of the civilized. You are no landbreaker.
Then feel the fangs of the wolf.
Them's fighting words.
Let's do this together, lad.
So obviously the big dude is the greatest threat by far. I'd like to take out a few of the ads first.
Commence L7, annihilation!
She'll crush you all.
Neferith. I knew it.
I don't know it. Who's Neferith? Oh, who's this Neferith?
A demented lunatic. Neferith is notorious for her willingness to commit all sorts of madness. She has broken every single code of every Landbreaker clan.
So, she is the one behind everything?
The Bone Crushers were a mess constantly at war with themselves. But she managed to unite them all. This alone proves her power. The sudden appearance of Neferith is a mystery. But it is obvious that she has her own special skills and intellect. Careful, Landmen. There may be Landbreaker traps around here. Better safe than sorry. I say we use incendiary weapons to burn this area clean.
Wait! Please! Please don't!
Oh, hey, guy.
I'm right here. I was just walking by. I don't know anything, and I certainly didn't hear anything.
So you've got the guts to stroll past the pipe faces, but when it's us, you run and hide?
Cause this one looks like one of them.
You got good eyes, boy.
There's no need to be afraid. He's not like the others. You'll be safe around him. Do you live in this area? Have you heard anything about Endfield Industries?
Industries? Factory people? You're from the UW. But you don't look like no Wooster to me.
Relax. We are a trusted partner of the UWST.
That means you're the good guys. Oh, thank Talos. My name's Karja. Please, I'm begging you. You have to save my baby sis.
Calm down, Mr. Karja. How's your sister? And what happened here?
I have a weird observation that has nothing to do with the story. But I actually, am somewhat impressed by it. It'd be very easy for them to use fundamentally the same models for male characters and female characters. And only have, a handful of models and just modify, the heads and stuff. Look at Shen's legs. Yes, I'm looking at their legs. Look at Shen's legs and look at Perlica's legs, and they're noticeably different. Their body styles are different. They have multiple models. Which is another, little attention to detail thing, because truthfully, with, the effort that they put forth with the attire, they could probably get away with using, fundamentally the same body style. And they might. They might have, mix and match type pieces. I don't know how the frames, the skeletons necessarily work in this particular game design. I don't even know what engine this was made in. But it's of note, they are not the same. And if we had, multiple male characters here, which we don't, we could probably compare, at the moment at least, we could compare Wolfguard with some of them, and they may also have differences. And that's, a positive indicator of, putting effort into a game.
Those evil breakers nabbed most of our people. The rest of us had no choice but to hide. My baby sis is real sick. But we ran out of the UW medication. There was a factory across the bridge. So I snuck out, tried to find my way over.
Yeah, it's good effort, Karja.
That path is too dangerous. You'll never make it across with your life.
Why are you discouraging him, Wolfguard?
I know, but Ginny, she can't wait no longer. I can't see her. Can't see her.
We must help him, Perlica.
Yeah, the Endman's right. We gotta help these people.
Well then, Mr. Karja, please lead the way. Let's see if we can help your sister and your people.
You'll help me? Really? That's awesome. Follow me. Our shelter's over there.
I'm taking the rear. Gotta make sure we are not followed.
Alright, Wolfguard's gonna take our rear. We'll catch up with Karja in a minute. Yeah, I see Wolfguard. Thank you. I still like that, though. I haven't got tired of, the other characters on our team, drawing our attention to stuff. I think that's Like, cool. And it's come in handy for me a handful of times. More often than not, I'm very aggressive about like searching an entire area and finding all the little things. But from time to time, I will miss something, and when I do,
It's a fragment of a shattered universe.
yep.
This one traveled massive distances to be here, right before us.
Thank you, Perlica. And Perlica, by the way, we need to remember to turn some of those in at some point today when we get the chance. I don't think I've turned any of them in on this account. And you do get rewards for turning them in. I waited a long time on my main account because I was
Trails
afraid.
here can be difficult to track.
Yeah. The path to the cave is very well hidden. The Breaker scum haven't found out about our place yet. They weren't here when I first came out. I don't know when and how they got so close.
I was afraid I would like lose something in some way if I turned them in. Eventually, I turned them in, and I was glad I did. There's rewards for it.
This is the place.
Arja, why did you run off again? Your sister is sick and we got breakers crawling all over the place. Your place is here by her side, damn it.
Soth. I mean, Mr. Soth.
Who are these people behind you? You grew some nerves, Karja. You're not bringing every outsider you meet back to our place.
Dang, Soth, calm down.
No, Mr. Soth. These are the good guys. They're here to help us. They even destroyed a band of Breaker scum, I swear.
They fought the breakers? And you brought them here? Oh, boy, you're gonna lead the breakers to us and they'll take revenge on us.
Karja? Is that you?
This is legit very sad, by the way.
Ginny, I'm back. And I brought some extra hands.
Look at that. They made her look so sad. This is brutal. Brutal.
Mr. Soth, we're from Endfield Industries. Karja told us you might need some help.
Endfield, you say? Huh. I'm in charge of this place, and I know you. Some of those UWST people mentioned your company. What is your purpose here?
Easy there, old man. We're really the good guys. Karja, that girl's your baby sis, right? Tell us about her illness.
We didn't know when the Aripathy got to her. And we're out of meds. I don't know what to do.
How are you feeling? Can you tell me where it hurts?
Hi, miss.
Ginny, she told me that the rocks on her body hurt and her belly's hurting too. The pain gets even worse when she tries to eat. Last night, Ginny's temperature went feverish and sparks were going off next to her. It got me real scared.
Her condition sounds really serious.
Surface crystal formations, visceral compression, and uncontrolled sparkling of the arts. These are typical symptoms of Aripathy, but we still have time. How long has she been without medication?
Nearly 2 weeks. We usually get our meds from the Woosters, but the Raiders scum started attacking our place. Those of us who survived escaped to this shelter. Unfortunately, we ran out of meds. Ginny's health turned for the worse.
Saving lives is our priority. I have a few doses of Aripathy suppressants. They should alleviate Ginny's symptoms.
Alright. Let's alleviate Ginny's symptoms.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was worried sick about my sis. You Enfielders have been a blessing to us. We both owe you our lives.
It's all right, Karja. There is no permanent cure for erypathy, but regular use of the suppressants will keep most symptoms under control. How is it, Ginny? Feeling better?
My pain isn't as bad anymore. Thank you, miss.
You should also thank your brother, Ginny. Karja risked his life to look for help outside. Your body still needs rest. You should go get some sleep.
Okay. I actually do feel quite sleepy.
So, before we get like the little spiel here, if you remember, I think it was in the last video. I'm like 99% sure it was. We get the like the spiel from Chin about like the social consequences, so to speak, of the advancements that have been made with Originium, and like there was a cost for this, right? Like a social and environmental cost, and so forth. And I kind of went on and on about it. I'm not going to go on and on about it again. But this is all tied to that. This Originium as a disease is one of the social costs that Sheen was talking about for, or this origopathy, or whatever they called it, I mean, is one of the social costs of the development of Originium technology and utilizing Originium. It's almost like if the world was abundant with uranium, and it's like, we can use uranium to revolutionize all of society. Well, there's going to be a cost to that, right?
Unfortunately, yes. When mining and using Originium, erypathy is one of the hazards we must face. Active Originium can infect and harm an improperly protected victim, usually through the bloodstream and the circulatory system. We haven't found a way to completely cure erypathy. However, at least we now have highly effective suppressants at affordable costs.
My history teacher told me that erypathy positives were once ostracized in numerous places on Terra. Many social issues were also caused by erypathy.
Indeed. Although Originium infection no longer leads to stigmatization or social problems today, erypathy remains a common disease in Talos 2.
And they actually put forth effort to like really drive this home, and I'll show that here in a second. So the administrator is asking like the logical question: if this is such a problem, why are we so aggressively utilizing and pursuing Originium?
Don't stress over it, Endman. Even if you can't remember the past, know that both you and Originium have always been fighting for our survival on Talos 2. You can trust me on that.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll trust you, Perlica. Now, in fairness, Perlica is a very likable character. I think they did a fine job with Perlica. In fact, speaking of Perlica, oh, we got a thing. What did we get? We defeated 20 enemies. That's fantastic. And we're happy to stock up on like this Ora Barrel, right? Because Ora Barrel is one mechanism by which we can do gotcha pulls, right? So who doesn't like that? But not what I wanted to show. What I wanted to show, operators.
Still waiting for something?
Perlica, profile. And it actually specifically mentions like erypathy infection status. Does it do that for all the characters? I don't know. Let's check. I know I had specifically seen it in Perlica's profile before. Yep, so Chen, also negative. Let's see, do we have a character that is positive? Okay, we have nothing about the administrator because she's the administrator. Let's check Wolfguard. Yeah, so Wolfguard, erypathy positive. It would have been interesting if Wolfguard had had like his own dialogue there, particularly since he was already fully written into this scene as like like one of our companions for this part of the story. Whether or not we use him on the team, he's going to be in the cutscenes. So it would have kind of been cool to, you know, if he had had some dialogue there. But okay, be that as it may. Moving forward, let's look at the things for the sake of like completionism. Even though I think when I began this playthrough, I said I wasn't going to pursue any sort of completionism.
Apologies. I didn't mean to be so harsh towards you Enfielders. Thank you for saving Ginny's life. I'll do whatever I can to help you out.
Alright, what did those breakers do to you?
When that anchor fell, not too far from us, those breaker scum started showing up all over the Valley Fort. Them Woosters didn't even have time to sound their alarms.
They must have planned this attack ahead of time.
They've taken over the entire Valley Fort. I can't even imagine what happened to the crewmates inside that place.
How did you guys get here? Living under these high power, or high tension power lines, or whatever you got here?
The Woosters built an auto meat packing plant nearby. I used to work there. Some time ago, the plant was suddenly destroyed by a blight disaster. I left, spent a long while on the road, and well, finally reached the nearest Wooster territory. We got people from other places as well. There's forget it. Every one of us is the same now.
Alright, well, you can't live in a cave forever, Seth.
The state of hygiene and sanitation here won't help the sick get better. You'll also have trouble getting more food and water.
I know, but we don't have any other options. Everyone's exhausted. There's no way we can deal with that mob of breakers out there. Can you stay and protect us? I know it's too much to ask, but...
We're on an important mission. We can't stop here.
But we can't just leave these people behind.
What is it, Perlica?
Endman, I have a plan, but we don't have enough information about this attack. Deploying more protocol facilities without this knowledge can increase the risk of our mission, or even jeopardize the entire operation.
So I like, this is like, this particular moment jumped out at me when I was playing on my main account as like fairly clever, not like full-blown narrative development, but fairly clever dialogue options, right? Because these two things, the option, what would I have done in the past, or what's the usual Enfield approach, feel very, very different. I don't know if Perlica's response to each is different. I suppose that may be available on a wiki or something. I don't know. I'm going to choose the same thing here that I chose on my main account because it's what I think is like lore-wise like the right thing for Enman to say, which is what would I have done in the past? You know, because Enman doesn't have her memories, but she was the leader of Enfield Industries, so like, you know, what would she have done? Like, what are the ethics that Enfield was built upon, right? Which also is contained within this question here, but they feel so different. Yet, in theory, you can give the exact same line to Perlica either way as a response, and it would function fine. Now, what we really want out of our RPGs are choices that are branching, right? Like, I think we pretty much all want that out of a role-playing game. It's worth noting these, like, Chinese Genshin-like games aren't fully role-playing games because you're kind of on a rail. You don't really have choice and consequence. And I don't think you have choice and consequence here. That would be great. I don't think we have it. But they kind of give the illusion of choice by giving you different dialogue options that feel very different and cater to different approaches, even if ultimately I suspect what Perlica has to say is the same. And even if it's not, at the end of the day, the very next part of the cutscene is going to be the same. So, like I said, on rails. But it feels like you have a choice. And that's better than just straight up being on rails, I guess.
We would shoulder the risk. I understand. Now, Mr. Soth, is there an empty plot of land nearby that can accommodate everyone?
Heading up through this cave tunnel will take us to a Wooster container park. In fact, we actually wanted to pitch our camp there, but it's now completely infested by the Breakers. Those blighted scum ain't human. Don't risk your life for this.
There's no need to worry about us. Please lead the way.
Yeah! Time to make your place breaker-free.
Yeah, Chin. Someone named their kid Amino. Hey, Daniel. We'll see plenty more of Daniel later, although I don't know that we'll include it in the videos because they're like side quests.
That's them. Be careful. These monstrous scab eaters brought all of their blighted cousins with them.
A sizable breaker band, bigger than a typical raiding party. They're building more of the smaller dance tanks.
Can we risk a direct engagement?
If we strike quickly enough, we'll be done before they realize what hit them.
All right, let's make that happen.
All right. Let's do it. Defeat the Landbreakers. We gotta do it quickly, though. Run!
We getting close?
Done and dusted. What is that from? I've heard that in another game.
You're incredible.
See? I told you, Mr. Soth. Them breakers got nothing on these heroes.
Karja, where's Ginny? What are you doing up here?
Those breakers really messed up this place. I gotta see if there's anything we can still salvage and use.
Yes. We can use the AIC factory and its technologies to build an outpost for you. The Endfield designed outpost is a support node linked to the protocol network. Since we have a protocol automation core, we can commence field deployment at once. This location seems decent. Let's deploy a sub-PAC here.
Okay. How about right here, on these rocks?
What type of arts is this? I just blinked and it appeared out of nowhere.
This thing is huge. Is this the outpost you're talking about?
This is a sub-PAC. We can build another AIC factory around it and support the growth of the actual outpost. I've applied for an additional refining unit since we'll need plenty of processed ore to set up our outpost.
Incredible, Perlica. Always 3 steps ahead.
Just doing my job. All right. This is just our very first step. We've got more to do.
I made my recon run. Bone Crushers are building more dance stacks to spread their haze. They won't give up their objectives that easily. There's a trail behind the hill over there. The raiders would probably attack again from that direction.
Well, what if those landbreakers come back?
Our next step is to construct some combat facilities. They will give us automatic fire support. In the future, These combat facilities can be used to fortify our entire frontier. Let's start with the most basic combat facilities. I believe we'll need some Origo crusts to start constructing.
We need the Originium ore to make Origo crusts. I don't think we have enough ore.
What? That means we won't be getting any combat facilities. Or should I teach them some swordmancy?
Don't worry, Jen. Endfield Logistics Technology got that covered. Fellow Enfielders at the hub base have stashed some of our Originium ore stockpile into the depot. Our sub-PAC can remotely access this depot to acquire the ore. Let's go and take a look at the output port of our sub-PAC.
Oh, you mean let's do some construction tutorials. All right, let's do that. So I do wish, if I had my way, one, the overhead view would be default. I like that they tried to make this like three-dimensional the whole time you're doing it, and I appreciate the thinking there. Genuinely do. It's fun that you can move around this space while you're trying to build your factory and stuff. It's good for immersion and whatnot. But the truth is, for efficiency, the overhead view would be greatly preferred, and it would allow for like much faster construction, and getting through this kind of thing would be significantly faster. Alright, so let's go set up our gun towers. I will say, there's an interesting thing about these. So, like, this space that we're in right now will be unique to each player, right? Because within the story, this is the space where Soth and Karja and them are going to live. And that's going to be, like, instanced. It's going to be client-side for every single player. But... And so will the gun towers that we're going to build here.
Site for deploying the gun tower.
This place looks pretty neat.
It does look neat, Chen. We'll build them in just a second. Because these three towers are going to be inside that space that is client-side for every player, or is at least unique to every player, a unique instance for every player. their presence there will be immaterial to other players. But if we build gun towers randomly out and about, those are shared facilities. So just like the zip lines or the signs, the gun towers will be there for other players. And I've been playing and have come into places where like enemies spawn, where there's like a group of enemies that are just waiting to be attacked. And as soon as I get close, someone else's gun tower will start assisting me in killing them, which is an interesting thing. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's a very interesting choice. It allows players to help each other, but it also means I don't have a choice in that help. If I'm coming up upon a particular foe and this gun tower is just there, the gun tower is going to try to kill that enemy whether I want it to or not. Kind of an interesting thing, right? Yes. Let's Oh, that was a relay tower. I don't think that's what we wanted to... We wanted an electric pylon. I always get that. I also wish, and this is a super minor critique, I wish it was slightly easier to tell the two of those things apart, because I consistently... Let's see. Yeah, electric pylon's the one we want. I did this on my main account, too. Like, I built it, and then I was like, that didn't look like the little orange thing that they wanted me to build over. And realized, oh, that's because I am stupid and I built the wrong thing. Like, here's a thought. Literally say what they are. Don't make me mouse over them to say what they are. Just say what they are right there on the screen. That would be a solution. And then give a description if I mouse over, so that I remember which one, does what. Which one is good for, like, these gun towers, and which one's good for communicating or carrying electricity across the countryside for when I need to solve a puzzle or something that requires electricity. Whatever.
Nicely done. We're gonna give those landbreakers a world of hurt.
That's right. But we also need to teach Soth's people how to use them.
Well, they're automated, Perlica, so Soth's people just need to watch them. But okay, let's talk to Soth.
These are gun towers? They can rotate?
They can rotate, Soth.
Can these turrets really stop the LBs?
No, Karja, we built them as decoration.
There's movement on the hills. They're coming.
Revenge! Take back what is ours! All of it! No prisoners!
Tello, save us! They're coming again!
Keep it together.
So, you do not need to fight these guys. For the sake of clarity, this is completely unnecessary. Not only that, but I am putting myself at tremendous risk of being shot by my own towers.
We actually defeated the LBs!
Which is not true. The towers won't shoot you even if you dance in front of them. But you don't have to kill those guys. The towers will do the job. And in fact, later on, there's a little bit of a spoiler here. Later on, there will be like a part of the story where they'll go into a further tutorial of the gun turrets there. And you are specifically required to just watch the gun turrets kill the enemies and not get involved. But there are also times when you do need to get involved. There's a whole tutorial on all that a little bit later.
Ah! We won! Those scum-sucking scab eaters will never hurt us again!
Potty mouth, Karja.
With the proper tools, even the prey can turn the tables against the predator.
Performance of our combat facilities has reached our expectations. Endman, we'll eventually turn this place into a proper outpost. Providing a steady supply of resources will grant this place basic subsistence. If we assign an Endfielder to offer on-site support, the AIC factory can operate more effectively and handle more tasks.
The outpost. Resources. Dear Endfielders, can you let us stay here for a while? We really need a shelter. Given the number of breakers nearby, people will feel a lot safer living as a community. Other straggling refugees of the Valley Pass could also find their way to this outpost.
And get shot by our gun turrets. Soth, I think this was Perlica's plan all along. but welcome to the show. Yeah, even the body language.
This is what we aimed for when we designed the outpost. Although the place isn't exactly the frontiers, our outposts should also serve as a reliable shelter when necessary. Mr. Soth, can I ask you to be our local liaison? We need someone to help us monitor the outpost's conditions. We can use the sub-PAC to offer you support. Just give us a list of what you need on a regular basis. Endfield will take care of the rest.
Gotcha. It feels like filling out a catalog order form in the cities. I got this.
Why don't we give it a try right now?
Okay, some more tutorial. Very heavy on the tutorial. That's okay. This is actually, at least in the early game, I mean, let's be clear. It's not like I've finished the game on main account. But at least in the early game, this is like an important source of these things. I forget what they're called. But one of the mini currencies. You know, these games always have like 500 different currencies. Well, one of them, this one, this outpost very early on is going to be like a meaningful supply of that currency for you. And it's through this process they're about to introduce us to. What I haven't played with yet, but I do plan to play with soon on my main account, is seeing if I can generate, like, get this outpost to start developing a more lucrative goods versus just the Origo Crust. Although I mean, it's generating income fine with Origo Crust, so I just haven't got around to it yet. Valley stock bills. That's the currency. Go team. See, so that, you know, bumped us up over, you know, over 2,000 or whatever. Alright. Another one of the features that essentially does things for us while we're AFK. In fact, the other ones weren't. They were dailies that I just couldn't earn over the last few days because I hadn't got to that point in the story. But this genuinely is like one of the AFK things I was talking about. So, you know, if I don't play on this account, you know, until tomorrow after making this video, then tomorrow when I come in, I'll just do that trade again. This whole, like, a little assembly line here is going to keep working. And I'll come over here and talk to Soth and generate, you know, or collect a certain amount of currency. Essentially what this represents is that this little factory over here is now like a production hub for something, and that selling that something generates income at this outpost, and them generating income then allows them to buy like the goods from us that they need to survive. And it's actually, I mean, they're a colony. We are colonizers. We came here, built a thing, told them to do the work at the thing, and then the money they get from working at the thing, they give to us for other things that we already have. So we have colonized Soth and his crew of people.
Request successfully received. The types of supplies we can allocate right now are still rather limited, but more would become available as we progress.
So by supporting your work, this place can become a proper shelter. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Feels like a huge rock being lifted off my chest.
But we still have potential threats lurking around. You seem familiar with this area. Know any secret trail to get inside the Landbreaker camp?
What? You're going to the Breaker's lair?
We are, Soth.
We're on a mission.
We're on a mission, Soth.
I see. There's an underground ventilation shaft. We used it once to escape the raiders. It might get you there. Daniel, run along and remove the barricade in the tunnel. Now we got some serious professionals on our side. Them pot faces better start praying for their lives.
Yeah, Daniel.
Alrighty, sir. Those blighted scum terrorized us for long enough. Time for us to give them a nasty surprise.
All right, Daniel, let's go. So this is how it usually will go. Is I'll just come over here. I'll map straight to the you know, if you go to the map, I just map straight here, and then come talk to Soph. Hey, Soph. Oh. Yes, this is the other thing. We come back to Soph another time, and he's like, hey, or the game's like, hey, assign someone here, and they will...
A new job assignment.
Increase the productivity of this camp, right? So now we got Antal, I think that's who that is, assigned here, and so there's a possibility that, like, you know, he roughly 20% increase in what we're going to yield from this place. And that's a positive thing. So, okay. Daniel. Take me to the Landbreakers. Yes, this thing.
A protocol space? Did it just appear? Not really. We just occasionally come across such phenomena.
Hi, Edmund. I wonder if you can help me out with something. Strange originium reactions have started to appear in various locations in Valley 4. There's one pretty close to your current location. Can you take a look at it?
Sure, Fiona. I guess we'll stop our mission to do a mission. I'm diving in for a look. So this is... You get rewards from this, and as you get higher in level, the rewards increase. So you see over here, like there's, you know, these are in gold or whatever. But there is a cost to doing this. You can do it a certain number of times per day. Now, in fairness, on my main account, like I still have only done these a few times. This isn't the part of the game that like I really get into. I'm sure other players do. And the rewards in the higher levels are going to make it worth it, because I think this is one of the mechanisms to get like the little enchantments or whatever they are that you put in your weapons, if I remember correctly. Something like that. There are benefits to doing these to where you're going to want to do them late game. But under any circumstance, I haven't done it a lot yet. I think, like I said, like maybe 4 or 5 times. But if you're doing them a lot because you're grinding for a very particular thing, then you're going to burn through this, and then you're going to want to buy more, and it's one of the many like money-making mechanisms in a gacha game, right? Is whatever stamina system they have in place for certain things. Now, fortunately, you know, this game is not... I don't find it particularly egregious with this. It's not like there's a stamina system for every little thing. There is for this. So we can see down here, reward cost is actually like the cost of doing it. Because I don't know why you would do it and not
set enough now?
Acquire the reward. Oh, I haven't put whatchamacallit on Wolfguard. Well, it'll be fine. We'll see this here soon. We're not too far away from seeing that layout in the place where it resides. I don't find these particularly difficult. I don't know how difficult necessarily they were meant to feel. That's it. But it's also level 1, right? I mean, we are, after all, very early in the game. Yeah, so here, of the 155, now this goes up every time we level our account. So I think it's like it's significantly higher than this. I think it's 300 and something on my main account right now. So there is also that. It's not like this is what it's going to be for someone who's played, 500 hours. This is going to be significantly higher, and so you can, enjoy that or whatever. All right, so we got some level up rewards, and that's good because we're going to want to keep leveling our characters as we progress. In fact, it's going to be tremendously important. As we advance in the story, we're going to need to...
Where did you all go just now? I lost all your signals out of the blue. You were in the protocol space?
Of course. Yes, we were in the protocol space.
This might be related to your awakening, Edmund. I've detected similar reactions across the region. Investigate them if you can.
Okay, we'll get around to it. At the moment, we were supposed to be following Daniel. Daniel! We lost him. He's gone forever. We're on our own down here. Oh, here he is, talking to Karja. Ginny, you're supposed to be asleep,
All right,
child.
guys, this is the ventilation shaft.
No, that's a box, Daniel.
I know this place. Ginny and I used to play hide and seek here.
Karja, you've been living here. You should know this place.
When those breakers came, Soth had us block every path and trail. Don't want no raiders to sneak up on us.
Breaker Central is up ahead, but I'm afraid we won't be much help beyond this point.
It's alright, Daniel. We'll take it from here.
Ginny? Is Miss Perlica leaving? I got a small present for you.
Ginny! Weren't you supposed to be resting?
That's what I said, Karja.
Good to see you back on your feet, Ginny. Looks like the suppressants are doing their job. But make sure you get plenty of rest to fully recover.
Please have this, Miss Perlica. I drew it myself. Wish you the best.
This is such a beautiful drawing. Thank you so much, Ginny.
Oh, look how nice Perlic is. What a sweetheart.
Take care of Ginny, Karja. Keep a close eye on her condition. I've left you a prescription and more medication. Ask Mr. Soth if there's anything you don't understand.
Remember, boy, family is a treasure. Be a good brother to her.
Oh, look at Wolfguard getting all emotional.
Yes, definitely. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much.
Karja, did you find Uncle Mark?
Not yet, Ginny. But we'll try our best to find him. Yeah. Mark was a good Wooster crewmate. He helped us escape to this place and carried Ginny the whole way. That's why she's so worried about him.
So where did Mark go? Is he safe?
I don't know. Mark helped us settle in, then headed out with the others. He never came back to the cave.
Standing around guessing won't get us anywhere. We should try our luck in the Landbreakers' territory.
I know, Wolfguard. I keep trying to go. We keep getting stopped.
And I hope we don't find Mark there. It's too risky for non-combatants. Let's move out ASAP, team.
Alright, into the shaft we go. Man, we're gonna have to dart through there. Don't get chopped up, folks.
I hope Mark and his crew are alright. But what if the LBs really did get them?
Landbreakers don't do hostages or ransom.
Okay. I believe they are still alive and well.
got rocks blocking the path. Those simple explosives there should be able to blast apart the rocks.
You sure pack a punch.
Sure do, Chen. Is there something back over here? No, I guess not. Look out, Proka, I'm running.
This place feels a little creepy. What have the Landbreakers been doing here?
Blighted waste. Wolfguard, is this part of the Bone Crusher's culture?
The Bone Crushers would use blighted materials when igniting their dance stacks. But clearly, there isn't any dance stack here.
The Blight can interfere with all sorts of Originium activities. As of now, we only know of a few ways of utilizing it.
The same should apply to the Bone Crushers. In the past, they would simply discard blighted waste that built up in their dance stacks. But this place seems to be stockpiling the material.
So the LBs came up with a new way of using it? They're actually doing science?
They're doing science. We need to investigate. So investigate we shall. We'll start by investigating if there's anything around here that is useful to us.
No sign of external injuries or struggle. There's residue in the respiratory tract, and glyphs etched onto his hands. Embrace the abyss, gain new life. I believe that's what it means.
What is it, Chen? What'd you find? Treasure for me? Thank you, Chen.
I see marks of scraping on this blighted waste. Someone's been collecting the shavings.
So, any conclusions?
They're trying to absorb the blight. Accidenti. I've never seen anything this crazy. Neferith has turned the Bone Crushers into something very different.
Wolfguard, what does the Deep mean to the Bone Crushers?
The Ether side. They have always worshipped the Ether. That's why they avoid using Originium. They would only use devices based on witchcraft, such as dance stacks.
The Blight arises out of Ether. It is natural for them to worship the birthplace of the Blight. That being said, since this Landbreaker was trying to absorb the Blight, could it be an attempt to embrace the Ether?
The Landbreakers are never short on crazes, but the Ether isn't like Originium. It can't be used directly as a weapon, at least not that I know of. The Bone Crushers never did this before. Maybe we should stop treating them as a warlord faction of bandits.
I say we go see for ourselves what they're really up to. Let's go. No point wasting time in guesswork.
You're not wrong, Chen. Let's go, fam. We gotta find a place for a video break here pretty soon. In fact, you know what? Let's do it right here. Just because we're already at almost an hour and a half.
Where should we go next?
We'll, and I know that, like, there's... I mean, it's not another hour and a half to get through this portion, but there is some combat that goes into the next portion, so... we'll take a break before getting into that. Why is this lit up? Because they want me to do it? Oh, claimable. 10 draws on the banner, I think, right? Oh, because we completed that story portion. Or no, it's not on the banner, it's on the weapon? No. No, the weapon comes when we've done that many pulls. These gacha games excel at having very confusing systems for getting what you want. That's by design. That's intentional. Not a fan of that, but that's what they do. What is this? Alright. Alright, let's do it. We might get... I would love to get Ember. I think she's a really good character. Now, my understanding from watching, like, rando videos... so, me listening to other people talk like I do, but probably with a lot more credibility and certainly more production quality. This guy is actually, like, the best of these. Though... Like, if I had my way, I'd get Ember, and I forget what her name is, but I'd get, like, one of them because they're better to look at, and that's what I want. Alright, wait, I thought I had tickets. Why did it just... Oh, it's gonna walk me through this whole thing. Oh, it is weapons. I don't want weapons. Is that... Oh, but I do have that. I don't remember doing this on my main account. I wonder if I'm sitting on those on my main account. Alright, give me 10 weapons, man. I don't... Oh, I do remember now. I remember the little boxes running at me. Oh, we got a 6-star. How exciting. We got a spear. A spear. Guns. I guess Wolfguard gets guns. Good for that guy. Alright, what is this? It's the focus. I would call it like a focus, right? It's the magical thing. Man, we did really well on this. Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. We'll have to see what like the stats are, but cool stuff to look at least. And we got the super fancy guns. We should be happy about that. But I want Ember. Wait. What does collect now? Purchase quantity. No, I want to just keep what I got. Can I not just keep what I got? Give me some peoples.
See?
Alright, who do we get?
Edmund, how are... Oh, okay.
We got another Chen. Alright, well I guess we'll make Chen better. Would have been nice to get Ember, although that would have been a 6-star, right? Last Right, that's her name. Yeah, it would have been nice to get her too. I don't have her yet on my main account. Okay, I'm running my mouth about stuff that people don't care about. Alright, well, we'll do that another time. Oh my gosh. Stuff just never ends. Yeah, I see that. That's cool, man. Don't care right now. Alright, now, let's stop right here. And when we come back, we're going to continue. We got to get to these land breakers at Valley Fort. Alright, so that's what we'll do. We'll come back here in a few minutes. Kill some more land breakers. Good times. Probably do a whole bunch more tutorials. The game loves tutorials. That's okay. There is a certain point I would really, really, really like to get to today, so we're going to really go hard to try to get to that point. And also, we'll probably give Wolfguard his guns, I guess. Even though I wish Fluorite were a stronger character, I would use her instead. But Wolfguard's in the story right now. We'll keep using him. Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Thank you.